All right, welcome back to another video of Not So Special Teams. My name is Caleb Brickers. I'm joined by Brandon Solomon, and today we're going to be going over our edge rusher rankings.
All
Okay,
right, so
so
my top five, Akeem Mesidor, who we just talked about, I do have him as my fifth best. But then we also have Keldrick Falk, Ruben Bain, Arvell Reese, and David Bailey.
yep, yeah. My top five is Keldrick Falk, Cassius Howell, Arvell Reese, Ruben Bain, and David Bailey. Okay, let's talk about Cassius Howell first. So Cassius Howell, his arm length and height are a little bit concerning. He's a little bit smaller at 6'2" with 30 and a quarter inch arms. His weight is fine for that height at 253, but he showed a lot of pass rush promise this year. He had about a 20% pass rush win rate, which is insane. Uh, he does well to maximize his length, though, in pass situations. I feel like he really extends like through his chest so that he can get as far as possible with his reach without the tackle being able to get to his chest. I think he's got a like huge toolbox. No, damn, huge toolbox of pass rush moves, and his speed to the outside is a great asset. Um, but yeah, he has good inside counters as well. He's lightning fast and extremely quick. He can play coverage, which is great. So I think he'd be a really good outside linebacker, kind of same way that our Mason Thomas will be, just because he's not the best run defender. You saw his arms and a lot of his tape just like couldn't suffice as a run defender. He's getting pushed back by the tackle. He can't secure um, tackles against like the running back. He really struggled against that, but he showed a lot of aggression in both the pass and the run, which I liked. My comp for him is Carl Lawson. They have pretty much the same height and arm length. I think Howell has better bend than Lawson did, but they were both very aggressive edge rushers and very explosive. Yeah, I just don't think he could play in the 4-3 or in a 4-3 system. So I think outside linebacker edge rusher is his role.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna start off with the negatives. He is so small. Like his arms are in, he's fourth percentile in arms. He's bottom 20th percentile in height and weight and hand size. Like he is just a guy that if you have him in on a run play, he is going to get mauled. Like he is he can only be in on clear pass situations, which really limits his use. Um, but besides that, I don't really see a ton wrong with his game. Like he's an amazing pass rusher. Like you said, he has lots of moves. He's really aggressive for his size. He's like a chihuahua, you know? He's mad. Um, like he's really quick off the snap. Um, like he knows what he's doing. Like he's very smart as a pass rusher. The way he sets up the tackles. Um, like he knows he's not the biggest dude, but he's able to set up these tackles in ways that lets him win reps. So I think it would be a late day one pick. Probably go to a team like the Eagles, honestly. But I mean, I like him. He is a complete non-factor in the run game.
Yeah. Okay. Go to our next guy, which is opposite. You can talk about him
Yep.
first.
Everything I just said for Howell, um, forget about that. Falk is like the exact opposite. He's really big. Um, he's fantastic. He's probably the best against the run in this class, I think. I like him more than Zion Young. Um, he's got the perfect size. He's a big edge rusher. He could probably play 3-4 D end or 4-3 D end. I think he could play D end in both like schemes. Um, like he had over 60 run stops this year, or not this year, in his career at Auburn. So he averages like 20 a year. Like he sets the edge amazingly. Like there's really no knocks in his run defense for me. Um, I don't think he's the best pass rusher, evidently. Otherwise, he would be higher. He doesn't really have any counter moves. He's kind of like a one move, and if he can't win off that, then he kind of just like he doesn't know what to do. His hand placement and hand usage in as a pass rusher is also not the greatest. Um, and he's a little stiff. He doesn't have as much bend as you would like to see in an edge rusher, but I mean, he's still a player I like a lot.
Yeah. I'm gonna start with his like size. I think that's a huge plus for me. He's 6'6", 276. He's got 34-inch arms. I think at that length, that height, that weight, he's excellent to play either a 4-3 D end or a 3-4 D end. He's also 20. Uh, he'll be 21 by the start of the NFL season, which is huge. Like there's so much developing that you can do for him. He's like the opposite of Akeem Mesidor that way. Akeem Mesidor's been maxed out, but Keldrick Falk has a lot of potential. And so if you know what you want to do with him, if you want him to bulk up a little bit to be a great 3-4 D end, if you want him to cut a little bit of weight, not sure how much he could, just to become a little bit lighter, and be a 4-3 D end. I mean, you can do a lot, but he's not maxed out yet. Um, in 2025, I was confused with this season because on his tape, he looks like a lot better of a pass rusher than he was given credit for. Um, he did have a lot of hurries for that 11.6 pass rush win rate. But I do want to see a lot more from him in the pass. I think in the run, he does a really good job holding his ground and tackling the running back, finishing the play as a run defender. Um, I do think he needs to be a little bit more physical with the blocker, um, but he has really violent hands to get off of blocks. When he uses them, he can't be blocked. And then I feel like he's got really good like burst in his like pass rushes, like a lot better burst than I would expect. Um, but it's still not like the Cassius Howe type of burst. I think he needs to get a little bit more quick. Um, what else? Yeah, I just want to see him be a little bit more aggressive at like getting off of blocks. Other than that, yeah,
Mhm.
better pass rusher. Yep. Next guy.
Arvell Reese. Arvell Reese is just what I mean, like you know who he is, right?
Yep.
He's I'll say his concern is he didn't play exclusively edge at college. He was he was like a chess piece. He moved around. He played linebacker. He played edge rusher. I think he played some nickel or like slot too. So like he brings a lot of versatility, but there's also legitimate concern about he just doesn't have that much on tape, right? But because of his versatility, he's really good in pass coverage. So if you get him in like a 3-4 system or just and he's using with defensive coaches who drop their edge rushers into coverage occasionally. Um, he'd be really good in that. He's really good against the run, but um, my biggest negative for him is play fakes. Like he bites hard on play actions, read options, like fake jet sweeps, all that. Like he bites hard. And another thing is his pass rush instincts aren't natural, which I think is just because he didn't play it a ton. I think he's a guy you make a like designated edge rusher, it'll like come to him after, 2, 3 years, just because it does take a lot longer for guys in the trenches to develop at the NFL level. But yeah, he's at this stage, he's winning with raw athleticism as opposed to technique or like amazing technique. Like he just has kind of okay technique right now.
Yeah.
But he's an elite athlete, amazing run defender, uh, really high potential as a pass rusher. I mean, I like him. I think he will be a top 5 pick.
hmm Yeah. I mean, his athletic measurables are just insane. He had good production on a very few amount of pass rush snaps, and his run defensive grade is, I mean, it's kind of deceiving because half the time he's playing a linebacker role, but I think he's very versatile. Like he's a great linebacker, great edge rusher, and there's a lot that you can do. He's like a chess piece that you can move around on your defense because you can play him anywhere. He could rush from the inside, he could rush from the outside, he can rush as a linebacker, he could just play coverage. He's really good at doing pretty much anything in a linebacker or edge rusher role. Um, but I think he needs to improve his pass rush like toolbox. I think he needs to use his hands more as a pass rusher. He's kind of just raw strength trying to push past someone or using his speed, try and get somewhere. I think he needs to like actually try and integrate some moves into his pass rush plan more often. But I loved his effort. He was played a lot as a QB spy, and I mean it worked for Ohio State, so I can't blame them. Um, but like he does a really good job to collapse the pocket using his power. And I think he has, I mean, extreme potential as a pass rusher. A lot of people compare him to Micah Parsons, just because, like he's the athlete that played linebacker for the majority of his college career and then steps into an edge rusher role and excels. But I mean, I think he played more at like true pass rush snaps than even Micah did. So I can definitely see that comp. He's like really quick and light on his feet, and he just like extremely twitched up athlete. So I love that. Anything else you want to add?
Nope, you hit it all.
Okay.
Let's talk about Ruben Bain.
Yep. You should talk about him first.
Okay. I'm honestly not that high on him. Like, I still have him in my top 3, but
hmm
I would not take him over Arvell Reese or David Bailey. Um, something like my biggest gripe with him is it's not his size. It's like related to his size kind of. But when he pass rushes, he releases like almost straight vertical. Like he doesn't really go at the tackle. He tries to just beat him around every single time. And what I saw watching some games is when he plays tackles with good kick steps, he just gets taken out of the pass. Like he just gets completely taken out of the play. And it's like once the tackle engages with him because of his arms, he can't really get out. So he's got to just learn how to attack the inside. Like if you, that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he really is not a guy who tackles are worried about beating them on the inside. So like, if they have that a good kick step, he kind of gets taken out of the passing game. Um, but he's an amazing run defender. He is still a good pass rusher. He's good at getting around, but like he's good at getting around the tackles when he does the vertical release. Um, he's really good at converting his speed to power. Um, like he's just an aggressive, like he's a very violent player, and he does not give up on plays. Like he's going 100% every snap the whole time, like through the whistle, which I love. But it's just that, yeah, he's just kind of one dimensional as a pass rusher. I feel like is my biggest concern.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think he has like good strength and like his weight, his height. I mean, not bad for a pass rusher. His arm length is definitely a problem, and I mean, I think he does a lot to get around having those short arms. Like he extends really well, but it will come up more in the NFL than it did in college. So that's not the best thing. But all around, this guy was the most complete, like defensive end or edge rusher in college football this past year. He was excellent in both pass situations and in run defense. I don't think he got moved off the ball like at all. Like watching him in run defense, I think he's excellent against the blocker. The thing that gets me in run defense with him is he misses a lot of tackles. He missed 22.8% of the tackles he had a chance at this past year. And that's just really bad missed tackle rate. Like you can't have that from your starting edge. And that's part of the short arms. Like he can't reach out there to extend and get the tackle to finish the tackle. I also noticed both him and Akeem Mesidor. I mean, it's kind of difficult to knock them for this, but they both had a lot of cleanup sacks. Like since the defensive line was so good, the pocket's been collapsed. There's really nowhere for the QB to go except for right into the next edge rusher off the side. So a lot of his pass rushing stats this year are cleanups or like a product of being on such a great D line. And then, I mean, I think he showed really good pass rushing, like strength. Like his toolbox was great. He used a lot of different moves to try and get inside and outside. And I kind of compare him to Brandon Graham. Like Brandon Graham had short arms, not as short as Baines, but they're both bigger players. They're aggressive. They're strong. I kind of just like saw their games kind of similar. But I mean, I wouldn't hate that as a Ruben if I was Ruben Bain because Graham had a great career in the
Hmm.
NFL. Okay.
He still has career. He's still playing. Coming
Yeah,
back
that's true.
one more year.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
David Bailey is far and away the best pass rusher in this class. It's not really debatable,
Hmm.
I feel. He's got prototypical size. He's really flexible. He has amazing bend. Great great counter moves. Um, he's multiple like initiating moves. He's not a one-trick pony. Really explosive, really quick, really athletic. He's strong. Like he reminds me a lot of Brian Burns. Like he's a spectacular pass rusher, but
Hmm.
in the same vein of Brian Burns, um, he's not the best in the run game. He's not an absolute liability. He's not a guy that I think is a designated pass rusher. I think he's definitely still, you can have him in on run plays. I just think he's a neutral player. Like he's not going to cost you anything in the run game, but he's not really going to help you out either.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, I think he has the best like outside moves that I've ever seen. Like I don't understand how this guy gets around every single tackle. And if the tackle tries to like over pursue the jump set, get outside, he just hits him with that spin move and like I forget what the second part of it was called, like a pick, ice pick, where he just spins around, gets his arm on the other side of the tackle, and then he's cleared. Like the tackle cannot recover from that. So I think he used that counter so well. He's got a ton of moves. He's a twitched up athlete. Um, his arm length is great. He's only 22. He's got good weight to be a 4-3 defensive end. And yeah, like you said, his he's just an insane pass rusher. 81 hurries is insane. 15 sacks. And even the 40 run stops was surprising. Like he did well against the run. And that seems to be like his biggest knock. Everybody says that he's not a good run defender, but he played really well.
Yeah,
Um, and part of that is because of Lee Hunter, Romello Height assisting him there, but he still finished the plays all the time. I think he's a really fluid athlete. He's extremely explosive. He's got great speed. Um, his bend is amazing. He's got good speed to power, but it's because of the speed, not the power. He can't use power in any other part of his game. Um, but yeah, I mean, he's just extremely explosive and one of the best finesse rushers I've ever seen.
I mean, yeah, he's just a like to put it simply, this is a guy that averaged a sack a game. Like
Yep. Yeah,
that's
that's
really all you got to know.
insane. Yep. And I mean, he graduated from Stanford in 3 years.
Oh, yeah,
Dude,
for as a
that's insane.
academic weapon.
That is insane. Yep. Okay. Well, thank you guys for watching, especially if you made it to the end of the video. Please like and subscribe, comment something. Please just try and blow up the channel.
Please, 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 please,
Please.
please, please, please.
But yeah, thank you guys for watching.
Yeah.